Good morning and welcome to the Daily Echo. It is Saturday, Super Saturday, September 6th. As you can tell from my background, I'm not in my local recording studio, aka my office. I am in Newport Beach. I'd love to give you a view of the beach, but every time I turn the camera that way, the sun glares it. I want to talk about belief today, and we talk about belief a lot of times on the Daily Echo. I think it's assumed that a lot of times the actions that we have in life are really determined by the attitudes that we have about a particular subject, and those attitudes are basically influenced by the beliefs that we have. If we believe that exercising is going to help us lose weight, look better, feel better, and we have that attitude that we want to go out and do that, we're probably going to work out. So when we're looking at beliefs, it's important to understand that just because we believe it does not necessarily mean that it's true. It only requires us to believe that it's true. And I think that's very powerful. We talk about paradigms a lot of times, and that the way we see the world is really not the way that the world is. It's the way that we are. But if we see the world differently than someone else, we're going to act differently than someone else. And a good example of this is a lot of kids grow up and they believe that they have trouble making friends. And that they become more alone, that they have a hard time being accepted. If you believe that, it's going to dictate your attitude towards that. So you're in a group setting, and you're going to be withdrawn. You're going to think everybody's looking at me, everybody's staring at me, nobody likes me. And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. But your behavior is creating this barrier that's not allowing other people to come up and talk with you or allowing you to make friends. So I think it's very important that we understand that our beliefs need to be examined and that we need to look at those things. The reality is that we all have thousands of big and little beliefs about ourselves. Some of them, I would imagine, are true, but most of them are not true. But our mind will act as if they are true if we believe them. So what makes us believe them? Do our beliefs just one day spring out of nowhere? No, not necessarily. A lot of it happens as we're programmed as we grow up, the things that we see and the things that we learn. But the most important and most powerful lesson I want to get across today is that you can examine those beliefs and see if they're true or not. And many, many, many of those beliefs, especially the limiting beliefs that you have in your life, are inaccurate. They're not true. So take time over this weekend and the coming week, and when you're thinking of something and you're perceiving something and you're going down that same road that a lot of time leads to unhappiness, examine the belief that's getting you there and start to reprogram your mind and say that this is a wrong belief. It's like people always say, I can't remember names, I can't remember names, I can't remember names. How well do you think they're going to remember names if they're constantly telling their brain that? Or I'm so clumsy, or just something negative about themselves. Remember that beliefs are true only if you believe them. So start to examine some of your beliefs and realize that many, many of those are not true. Have a super Saturday. Spend the time with your family. Always enjoy that time that you have. That's the greatest time you'll spend. As always, thanks for taking time to watch the Daily Echo.
Go.